the board.
Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today's video is going to be flipping epic. This is the most excited I've been for a video in ages, maybe even ever. For you guys that have clicked on the video, you've probably seen the thumbnail now that this video is about a new bike. And if you looked at my story over the last week on Instagram and TikTok, you would have seen I was hinting at like a new bike thanks to Wensley's. And so Wensley's has sponsored me through Horror Bikes the past nearly 4 years now, and my Horror Thread 2 has been the most amazing bike I've ever owned. I absolutely love that thing. I think Horror is a great brand. But through Wensley's, had the opportunity to sort of upgrade my sponsorship and change brands and move to a new bike. And behind this wall here, I have the best dirt jump bike I've ever owned. I'm just so excited to show it to you guys. So I'm going to grab it now. So I'm very, very stoked to announce and show you guys that I now have a brand new Specialized P3 in the pink and gray color with the Pike DJ, like literally the best fork that exists for dirt jumping and slopestyle, and probably the best dirt jump bike or hardtail that exists for dirt jumping and slopestyle. Same bike that Nikolai Rogatkin's on, like Lucas Hubert's, and the top guys in the world ride this thing. And it's the same brand as my Status 160, so we're riding the Status 160 and the P3, a full Specialized fleet thanks to Wensley's. It's just incredible, and this is just the best day ever. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to tell you all about this bike and do a full bike check run, give you a breakdown of all the parts, get a little bit of riding on it, and to show off how flipping cool this thing looks. So to start off, I'm going to do a compilation showing you just how amazing this bike looks. Sweet team, I hope you enjoyed that compilation of how flippin' awesome this Specialized P3 looks. Like, I'm so chuffed with this thing. The pink and gray, like, just, man, this is cool. Like, I'm so excited about this bike and so excited to get onto it, and very excited to tell you guys about it. And so, as you probably know from bike check videos I've done before, if you've met me in person or if you've watched my videos, I don't know much about the technicalities of bikes. I can ride them not bad, but I don't know much about them. But I am going to try and break this one down, tell you all about the P3 and the new P series, and luckily I have my laptop here with the internet on there to tell you all about it. So to start off, we're getting to the drivetrain here. So for the chain ring, we have a 30-tooth chain ring here, which is I think my Horror was a 32-tooth. So this one's slightly smaller, but still plenty of pedaling power to be had there, and small enough that if you case a jump, you're probably not going to chain ring too bad. The bottom bracket is a BSA 73mm bottom bracket, and it's threaded for threading your bottom bracket in. And the crankset is a Specialized P-Series forged 24mm spindle, 52mm CL, and they're 165mm in length. What I really like about them, on this side here, there's a bolt you can take off just to easily take the crank off without taking the whole bottom bracket out. And I can easily put a bit of rubber in there, like a bit of inner tube, and put this back on, bolt it up to keep the cranks real stiff so they don't move when I'm doing like seat grab indies and like no foot tricks. So that is very exciting to me that it's easy to make a crank stopper for these cranks. For the chain, they have a KMC Z1 single speed chain. I don't really know much about chains, but you know, you guys can look on the Specialized website and they can maybe tell you more about it. The chain feels good, felt good. the little bit of pedaling I had done on it, and hopefully it'll feel real good when I'm pedaling into the airbag for shows and stuff. No doubt that it will. Now, moving up to the fork. Now, this bike, when it comes stock for the P3, it comes with the Marzocchi Bomber DJ 26 fork, which is a great fork for 100mm travel, but I'm really lucky and real fortunate that Wensley's decided to upgrade my fork to the RockShox Pike, the DJ Pike, which is literally the best dirt jumping or slopestyle fork that you can get. There's not a better fork anywhere that exists that is better than this. Or so I've been told. It's the same fork like all the top dudes, like Nikolai Rogatkin, Emil Johansson, like Brandon Semenuk, all those guys are rocking one of these, so I don't think it gets much better. I'm super excited to have one of these. How I have my one set up, I have it set up with, on the stiffest setting here with the adjuster, so it's set all the way up, so it's quite stiff. So when I press on it, there's a little bit of play, but not heaps. I find that allows it to go really, really fast, like through the pump tracks, on the jumps and stuff like that. I have a 35 PSI in the fork, and the rebound set, I think it's 3 clicks away or 2 clicks away from the slowest setting on it. I may adjust that more, but essentially I like my fork quite stiff, and I'm just so stoked to have a Pike, and I love this little white Wensley sticker on here. Like, that looks so flippin' cool. I'm just hyped to be on the same fork as some of the pros are. Moving into the frame, obviously this is a specialized P3 frame in the pink and gray coloring, so it's an alloy fully butted 26 frame. And what's really cool, some stuff they've upgraded with this frame, so the P3 has been a bike that's existed since like 2006. The new stuff they've done is all the cables are internally routed, which means the frame looks really sleek. The brake cable goes inside the frame, then pops out down here, so there's no chance of like snagging your feet doing tail ups, knack-knacks, no-foot cans, anything like that on the brake. Gives for a cleaner looking bike, and like it just looks awesome, so I'm really stoked with that. Other things that have changed, like the rear drop hits, are now different as well. Like previously you'd undo a bolt and pull the wheel out, but this one the wheel drops in vertically, which is really exciting, and I believe it's 15mm of space they have in there to pull it back and forth. I could be wrong, and that will be in the video I'll link in the description. But that's really cool. And the other really cool thing about this bike is this is a 26-inch bike, but you can also fit 27.5-inch wheels on it, which is really exciting. So if you'd like a bigger feeling bike, that's definitely an option. For me, 26 is the way to go for dirt jumping, so that's what I've got. But really excited to have this frame. Like, it is super duper light. Alloy, which is awesome, like my old horror frame, and just, yeah, couldn't be more happy with the frame. Now we'll move into the wheels. So for the rear hub, we have an alloy single speed, sealed cartridge bearings, 12 times 148mm through axle 6-bolt 32 hole. So 32 holes on the hub. And what's actually pretty cool about it, so I'll give it a wee spin, is my old horror hub was silent. This one's got a little bit of noise to it. Nothing too crazy, but it does make a bit of noise, which is cool because, I don't know, I just think a loud, obnoxious bike is kind of cool, especially when it's not making heaps of rattling noise. And that's actually another exciting thing about the cables, is with the cables being routed internally, no cable rattle anywhere. But for the rims, I'm running a specialized P-Series 26 32 hole disc brake only rims, so both these are the specialized rims in the front. I've never rode a specialized rim before on a dirt jump bike like I have on my Enduro, my Status 160. But these things look real solid, like, and I'm sure they'll feel solid. And like, if guys like Nikolai Rogatkin run rims like this, and he's not folding them doing big 1080s, I'm sure I'm not going to fold them. So excited to try these bad boys out. For the tires, we're running Specialized Kicker Sports, which is their new tire. So the Kicker Sport is basically specialized answer to like a pump track dirt jump skate park specific tire, and this looks awesome. I'd say it's most similar to like a small block 8 is the closest thing, but the tread's a little bit different, and I think I actually might like it a bit more if it's slightly smaller, but still looks like it'll give plenty of grip. So I'm excited to be riding the Kicker Sport tires. For tubes, I'm just running Schrader tubes right now. If you buy this bike yourself, it'll come with Schrader tubes and those tires. But obviously, like, you could go tubeless if you wanted to. Wouldn't recommend it for dirt jumping, but that is an option, especially in like the 27.5. The front hub is an alloy sealed cartridge bearings, 15 times 100mm through axle, 6-bolt 32 hole hub, which is awesome. And when combined with this fork, it is really easy to take this off because you can just like undo this lever here, just like that, and then unwind it and take the front wheel off really, really easy, which makes it super easy to chuck in the back of the car. And with the like Marzocchi DJ fork that this bike comes stock with, you'll be able to do that as well, which is just super duper convenient. For brakes, this bike actually comes with 2 brakes. I don't run the front brake myself because I just Never use a front brake, don't see the need to, and it allows me to do more bar spins only having the back brake. So for my rear brake, I'm using the SRAM Level T hydraulic disc with a 160mm rotor. On the little rod I had on it felt pretty good. Need to bed it in now and test it out, but I'm sure it'll be a great brake. And like it looks real cool. I love the SRAM logos and the clean look of it, so very excited to be trying out a new brake. If you had ordered this bike stock, or you decide to, the front brake it comes with is a Radius CX7 mechanical disc 160mm rotor. So the back brake it comes with is hydraulic, the front brake is a mechanical one. It's still really great, but I chose not to use a front brake because I don't use a front brake. Now moving into the cockpit, for the stem we have the Specialized alloy trail stem, and what's really cool about this is exactly the same one I have my enduro bike, so swapping between this bike and enduro bike, it'll just feel really familiar having this. So same stem as the enduro bike. Handlebars, they have the Specialized P-Series MTB alloy dirt jump bars, and these are 750 mils wide. Really cool, they made a dirt jump specific bar. It is a bit different to the bars I was previously riding on my Hara. On my Hara they're 760, so they're a bit longer. So I'm excited to see if having shorter bars makes it quicker for bar spins and easier to do X-ups and stuff. And they have a slightly higher rise as well, so interested to play with all that and try it out. I am excited at the prospect of bar spins being easy though, so I'm not super good at bar spins. And now for the grips, we have the Specialized trail grips, which are lock on. They have this wee like sort of bumpy bit here, and like these things aren't going anywhere. Like you could pull or twist as hard as you wanted, they're never gonna move. They feel great on my hands, and like they feel like they've had heaps of movement for twisting tables, unturned down, stuff like that. And heaps of grips when you take your hands off and then grab back on, like great cockpit up the front. And moving on to the seat or saddle, we have the Specialized P-Series on the steel rails. So I really like the look of the seat. The Specialized logo on the back is really cool. It's a bit thinner than my old Haro seat I had, which means it will be a little bit harder to pinch for bar spins, but the trade-off is it's really easy to grab for like seat grabs and stuff, and it just looks awesome. And it is on a Specialized alloy seat post. And what's really cool about this bike is you actually have the option to put a dropper into it if you wanted to. So you could put a dropper on here, and if you combine that with like 27.5 wheel, it's like you almost got a trail bike that is also a dirt jump bike, which is pretty cool. Now the pedals that this bike normally comes with is just the Specialized platform pedals, which is the only thing I'm not really a fan of when this bike comes with, just because they're plastic. But I swapped these out for Chester pedals. These are my favorite kind of pedals. They're really big, they've got real big pins, so heaps of grip for my feet, but also like heaps of room to move around and moving my feet. There's no foot tricks like knack-knacks or Superman seat grabs and stuff. So I love these pedals, I run them on all my bikes. And that is pretty much it for all the parts on this bike. Like, this is an amazing, amazing bike, and I'm so stoked to have it, and I hope you have enjoyed hearing about this bike. I now want to touch briefly on the P-Series, the new P-Series Specialized had. So this is the P3, but you can actually buy like this bike or any other in the range for yourself or your kids. So starting with the P1, the P1 is like a 20-inch version of this bike, okay? So it's like a fully rigid mountain bike, 20-inch bike. Perfect for kids to have the first like mountain biking experiences, but can also handle stuff like going to the jumps, going to the pump track. You know, with kids as young as like 9 years old doing backflips now, the P1 is an awesome 20-inch bike at about $1,000, just over $1,000. Great affordable bike. Then they move up into the P2. So the P2 is like the 24-inch version of this bike. It's essentially the same, except the wheels are 24-inch and the fork is slightly downgraded, but still an awesome bike and a great like sort of entry-level dirt jumper for teenagers. For smaller adults, or like, you know, even for your kid. Then we have the P3, which is the one I have here. And then they also have the P4, which is the first ever 27.5 dirt jump bike I've ever heard of. Now the difference between this one and the P4 is slightly longer, so it's better suited for a longer, taller rider. But it's also a real good option if you're someone who rides downhill or enduro if you're someone who rides downhill or enduro a lot, and you're used to a bigger bike feel beneath your legs, getting the P4 is a great option for a dirt jump bike. And the P4 will always be faster on the pump track, and it'll feel really good on big jumps as well, more stable. And so the P4 also comes with 27.5-inch wheels stock, but like the P3, the P4 can also take 26-inch wheels. And if you're humming and hawing between what to get, 26-inch wheels, better for tricks, 27.5 wheels, better for going fast and feeling more stable in the air, essentially. The P4 also has the option to run 2.35 tires. Both these bikes, the P3 and P4, you can chuck gears down here, chuck a like derailleur, have the option to change gears, and you know, if you have like derailleur, front brake, 27.5 knobbly tires, you basically have a dirt jump bike and an enduro bike all in one, which is epic. And the other really cool thing about the P series, the P3 and P4 you can buy as a frame on their own. I believe they're about $1,100. You can build them up however you want. And like, you know, if you had old 27.5 wheels and old Enduro fork, you can lower that down to 100 mils and you have a dirt jump bike just like that. So super, super versatile bike, super awesome bike, like just has all the bells and whistles. I'm so excited to have it. And if you want to get one of these yourself, hit up Rob and Wensley Cycles or check out the Specialized website. If you hit up Rob at Wensley Cycles, I guarantee he'll look after you and give you the best bike you've ever had in your life and give you the best service you've ever had. And what we're going to do now, I've talked about this bike enough, we've looked at it, we see how cool it is. I'm dying to get on this thing and ride it. So what we're going to do, we're going to head to the pump track in Mater, because whenever I get a new bike, the best place to work on a new bike and get used to it is a pump track. Couldn't recommend that enough. I'll take you along for the first lap on the chest cam. Then let's get a compilation of riders at the pump track, maybe the skate park, maybe on the airbag, and let's get some stunts on this thing. Then I'll give you some last remarks. So let's get to the pump track now. Sweet team, we have made it to the Mater pump track. And how cool does the P3 look in its element in a pump track? Like, I'm just over the moon about this bike. You've already heard me talk about it for probably like 10-15 minutes, I don't know. We're about to get the first lap in. We will do a compilation of riding this thing, but I want to get you on my chest for the first lap on this thing so you can feel what it's like and feel the joy I'm about to feel. Here we go. Okay team, here we go. Brand new bike, totally different. Oh, listen to it. Listen to those tires. Man, it feels good. Oh, nothing's rattling, can't feel the chain. Whew. Oh, this actually feels incredible on like the pike floor. My goodness, this is the best fork I've ever ridden. Far out. Man, I don't know if you guys can hear it as well as I can, but man, this bike feels cool and sounds cool. Like, my goodness. Only one lap in on left. Double Manny. First air time. Oh, man, this thing is sick. All right, let's get in that compilation.
There was once a day that I would pray for you. I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall. I'm falling fast, sitting here praying that this night's gonna last. You got it all on tap, I'm loving your vibe, always have your back. We like all the same tracks, listen all night in the sheets all black. Said I'm falling fast, don't remember life before you, that's facts. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date, you're so fine, I'm so late. You sip wine, I drink straight. Don't waste time to my place. I feel my heart erase. So catch me if I fall.
Sweet team, that is going to do it for the bike check and the first video on the brand new P3, thanks to Wensley Cycles. I really hope you guys enjoyed the riding compilation. Like, it was so much fun to ride this thing, and just like stuff that stands out, this thing makes no sound, nothing's wriggling and jiggling or clanging like it shouldn't. It's super light. Like, this fork, just incredible. Like, it makes such a difference having a fork that's real good, and this is definitely the best fork I've ever had. Like, just loving everything about this bike. It is going to take a wee bit of getting used to get used to like the no-handers and the bar spins. I noticed the first no-hander I did, because my bars were shorter, I actually missed putting my hand back on. But did get a few no-handers, and like, it'll be easy to get used to. And then, you know, like when I do get used to it, the bars are just going to fly, and like the X-ups were so easy to click. Like, this bike is just amazing. I just want to say one more massive thank you to Rob, Matt, Simon, the rest of the team at Wensley Cycles. Make sure if you're in Southland, if you're anywhere in New Zealand, you're in Invercargill, go to their shop, say Levi sent you, say hi, look at their bikes, and remember, like, if you want to get this or something really similar to it for your kids, if you're someone younger you want to get this, there's the whole P-Series range, which is amazing. But in any case, that's going to be the end of this video looking at this amazing bike. And before we end, you'll notice I've got the bike box beside me, which is pretty exciting because I've just got this bike. And I'm actually, the next video will be a video on this bike somewhere overseas. So I'm going overseas on my bike for the first time in ages. I won't tell you where. So if you got this far in the video, leave a comment guessing where I'm going. But it is super exciting. I'm taking this bike and my enduro bike somewhere overseas, and it's just going to be flipping cool. And there's going to be some amazing videos. But in any case, that's the end of the video, guys. Be sure to give the video a like, comment below your favorite part. If you have any questions about the bike, put them below. Share the video with anyone who might enjoy it, and subscribe if you're new. Cheers, team.
Welcome aboard.